Welcome to our in-depth look at the hottest episodes of The Young and the Restless. Today, we reveal the most dramatic developments from the week of November 4 to 8, revolving around the never-ending war between Sharon and Phyllis. For Sharon, this week will be nothing short of a nightmare as she feels like she's being pushed into a corner by Phyllis's vicious plan. Phyllis seems determined to push Sharon into the most difficult position possible. And this time, she seems willing to do whatever it takes to break Sharon. Phyllis has hinted that she has important evidence in her possession, enough to make Sharon fearful enough to even consider getting a restraining order against Phyllis. Sharon knows that if she lets Phyllis continue, she could be dragged into a situation she can't control. However, Nick, who has always been by Sharon's side, is skeptical and convinces her that getting a restraining order would make Sharon look like she's afraid of Phyllis. This would mean Sharon acknowledging Phyllis's power. It's a dangerous move, because Nick realizes that any reaction from Sharon could be used as a weapon by Phyllis. But Sharon can't forget one important thing. If something bad happens to Phyllis, all eyes will be on her. Death has always been a shadow over Sharon, and now she doesn't want to see anyone else die. If Phyllis was really murdered, Sharon is the prime suspect, and she doesn't want to have to dispose of any more bodies. The last thing Sharon needs is a sudden and unintentional death that will draw all fingers of criticism toward her. This leaves Sharon to consider other ways to deal with Phyllis. Sharon is faced with a daunting choice: either get a restraining order or confront Phyllis quietly and secretly. But is a restraining order the answer, or does she need a bold new strategy? If Sharon really wants to get rid of Phyllis without getting directly involved, she needs a different and more sophisticated plan. And perhaps Phyllis herself doesn't realize how dangerous a game she's playing when she confronts Sharon. Phyllis accuses Sharon of erasing Heather and deliberately framing Daniel. But what if Sharon can turn the tables and make Phyllis the suspect? Perhaps Sharon can create a new victim to be framed and cast Phyllis as the culprit. Not only will this keep Phyllis busy with the police, it could also land her behind bars. Furthermore, Sharon may see this as a way to assuage the guilt she feels for intentionally sending Luce's father to prison. If Phyllis falls into Sharon's trap and is arrested, Sharon will tell herself that Phyllis deserves to pay. After all, Phyllis faked her own death to frame Diane, and even attacked Jeremy. Sharon hopes that Phyllis won't be so lucky this time. The murder weapon appears to be a strange bookend octopus, and Sharon knows that this could be the key to turning the case around. Phyllis once told Lucy about putting an octopus in Christine's bed in the past. A small story, but one that could be an important link for Sharon to use. Sharon could turn this into proof that Phyllis is the one with the motive and the weapon to put Phyllis in danger. With all the details that Sharon has in hand, will she succeed in cornering Phyllis and forcing her to face the police? Sharon is not afraid to use any means to prevent Phyllis from bothering her, and if Phyllis is pressured to face the police, it could be a temporary relief for Sharon. As Sharon continues to plot her calculated plans, the episode promises that this battle will be long and full of surprises, keeping fans glued to the screen. Stay tuned to our channel to continue updating the latest developments in this dramatic movie, where Sharon and Phyllis will face off fiercely.